जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे। गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Good morning everyone. May I request all of you to welcome our chief guest for the special occasion, Mr. Nishit Singh, Managing Director of Shankar International.
हेलो माय फ्रेंड,
माननीय गांधी जी, आपसे मिलकर मैं धन्य हुआ।
the privilege is mine. But where is our dear friend Subhash? It's unusual for him to be late.
नहीं गांधी जी, नहीं गांधी जी, आप जल्दी आए हैं। नेताजी समय के पाबंद हैं, वे भी बस आते ही होंगे।
Hello comrades, I see you have come before me. So what is the occasion for this meeting, Mr. Singh?
नेताजी, आज भारत माँ की आजादी की 70वीं वर्षगांठ है। इस शुभ अवसर पर हम सब यहाँ इकट्ठे हुए हैं।
Oh, wish you a very happy Independence Day. Indeed, it's a proud moment for us. India has come a long way since 15th August 1947. 70 years of independence. Yes, we have made a tremendous progress. My countrymen, with their determination and courage, has taken India to achieve new heights as never seen before.
हे महान नेताओं, मेरी प्रसन्नता की आज कोई सीमा नहीं है। इस शुभ अवसर को यादगार बनाने के लिए आज मैं आपको वहाँ ले चलता हूँ जहाँ भारत माँ का सुनहरा भविष्य बुना जा रहा है।
Bhagat, we are with you. Come on, Subhash. Where are we? Where are we? Is this true? Can this be real? Reality is, after all, too big for us to understand it. To fully comprehend. Nevertheless, we have to build a life on theory which contains the maximum truth.
साथियों, आज अपने सामने आप जो भी देख रहे हैं वही भारत की हकीकत है। 21वीं सदी के भारत का खूबसूरत सत्य।
The truth is the truth. There is no God higher than the truth. What I see before me is a shining beacon of light, of knowledge. Bhagat, what is this place? I feel the effect of peace around me. Who are these children?
चलिए इनसे मिलते हैं।
God, I scored. लेकिन क्या तुम्हारी आंखों ने वही देखा जो मुझे नजर आ रहा है? Oh my God! Can this be possible? चलो उनका स्वागत करें। हे महादेवा, हम आपका हमारे विद्यालय में स्वागत करते हैं। Hello young man. You seem to
विक्रम
Before the performance, may I request Dr. Ghosh to felicitate our chief guest, please?
ये प्रोग्राम आप स्टेज के ऊपर हाँ जाना है क्लियर नहीं आता हाँ क्या हाँ इसलिए क्या बात कर हाँ ज़्यादा जूम सामने जाओ जितना जा सकते हैं जाओ जाओ कोई भी बस मेरे बीच में मत आना शूटिंग ले रहा
How did you like the performance? बेजोर नमूना। धन्यवाद भगत सिंह जी। हम हिंदुस्तान की वो संतानें हैं जिनकी परवरिश में वेदांतिक सार समाया हुआ है। हमारे विद्यालय की दार्शनिकता का मूल वेद और पुराण है।
True, child. That is the real source of all knowledge.
और साथ ही साथ हमें मुक्त भाव से विश्व को गले लगाना भी सिखाया जाता है। वाह, कितने महान और क्रांतिकारी विचार! Swami Vivekananda's teachings are the pillars of our education. According to him, we aren't perfect from within, and education helps us to bring that out. In our school, it is not only about getting degrees or a job. For us, education is about being a good human being by always telling the truth and having faith in ourselves and in God. Our education is meaningful because it helps us to take actions and think before taking decisions, which leads us to material wealth, name, fame, and competitive success too.
A man is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes.
आईपी शिक्षा की प्रणालिका हमें निरंतर चिंतन मनन करने का वरदान देती है, जिसकी वजह से हमारा ज्ञान और आत्मरक्षण भाव शाश्वत रूप प्राप्त करता है।
Your school sounds like an excellent place, young man.
यह हमारा सौभाग्य है महोदयगण। आइए इस अनूठे समा की शान बढ़ाते हैं और आनंद लेते हैं इस मधुर गुनगुनाती पेशकश जो हमारे वीर जवानों के शौर्य और त्याग का राग अलापति है। Are you all having a good time? There is more coming up, so stay tuned. Now let me introduce all of you to our honorable chief guest, Mr. Nishit Shekdar. Mr. Shekdar has over 24 years of experience of the corporate world. Mr. Shekdar has traveled to over 54 countries and worked in Singapore and Czech Republic. He has been a fitness, sports and music enthusiast.
अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा हमारे मुख्य अतिथि निशित शेखधर जी को कि वे मंच पर आए और अपने ज्ञान वाणी से हमें हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें।
Good morning, everybody, and wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Thank you, Dr. Ghosh, Colonel Das, teachers, students, the staff, and the parents for having me here. It's indeed an honor for me to be a part of this Independence Day celebration. As we enter into the 70th year of independence, India has come a long way. I think if we look behind today, from there till today, in this 70 years journey, today India is probably the most exciting country to be in. The opportunities that exist in India are second to none. If we look at what India has achieved and where we can go, I think there is a lot of distance to cover. What does freedom mean to me? Or what does freedom means to us? I think on this Independence Day, we should reflect what it means to each one of us. To me, freedom means freedom to dream and freedom to do. So what I would like to tell particularly the children today is that today in India, you have an Indian role model in probably every possible field you can think of. There's a sportsman, there's an army general, there's an industrialist, there's a musician, there's maybe a policeman. I mean, you name it and you have a role model. So it's time, children, to spend a little time to think what you want to do, what you want to be. Who would you like to get inspired from? Who can be a role model? So I think if we take this little bit of time and think what we want to do, the sky is the limit. So children, on this Independence Day, all I can say is dream big. The sky is the limit for you. Think of what you want to do and put in the hard work. I'm certain you will go far. The sky is the limit for everybody, particularly for the children. As you enter from primary to middle years, from middle years to your secondary years, and as you graduate out of the school, you are probably getting the best education that you can have. I've seen how the school, I've been associated with the school for the last year or so as a part of the project. And I'm really happy to say it's a wonderful place where really a holistic development of children is looked at. And I think that's the way children should be brought up. So the sky is the limit, children. Think big, dream big, and go for it. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Our dear students would surely inculcate those encouraging words into reality in their lives. Thank you, respected chief guest. Now, it's time to come back to the show. I am sure All of you are eager to know what happens next.
I am touched beyond words. The enthusiasm and vigor in everyone present here is unbound. Their happiness in celebrating the spirit of patriotism is infectious.
Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And today I saw the future citizens of Mother India so dedicated to their cause, so principled and honest in their attitude. The innocent happiness that they radiate speaks of hope and optimism.
We thank you for the appreciation, Bapuji. Yes, we take pride in our integrity. It is an attitude we have developed as IB students of VKU. हाँ, तो बच्चों यहाँ आप क्या क्या सीखते हैं? हमारी ज्ञान प्राप्त करने की कला निराली है, जिसमें हम अपनी जिज्ञासा को नई नई खोजों और शोधों के दम पर शांत करते हैं और समस्याओं और प्रश्नों का समाधान ढूंढते हैं.
Persistent questioning and healthy inquisitiveness is the first requisite for acquiring learning of any kind.
Yes, Bapuji, you have described our learning process in one line. We also learn to work independently and cooperatively with an attitude of commitment towards everything, be it academics or sports.
इसी भविष्य का सपना कभी मैंने भारत माँ के लिए देखा था. मैं सचमुच बहुत प्रभावित हुआ हूँ आज. Yes, Mr. Singh, you are right. This is what we envisioned. It gives me immense satisfaction to see such a committed attitude. What a perfect balance to strike between all the spheres of education.
Yes, by education I always meant an all-round drawing of the best in child and man in body, mind and spirit. And that is what I am seeing happening here. Your school is one such place where the future citizens of Mother India are being prepared.
जब आप जैसे होनहार बालक इस देश का नेतृत्व करेंगे तो अवश्य ही भारत माँ का चहुमुखी उत्थान होना तय है.
यह तो वास्तव में ही महान उत्तरदायित्व है भगत सिंह जी, पर फिर भी हम प्रयास करने से बिल्कुल नहीं कतराएंगे.
But no real change in history has ever been achieved by discussions alone.
Yes, Netaji, you are absolutely right. Let me also tell you about the action component of our learning job. Our learning is motivated and directed towards taking action. जी बिल्कुल, हम अपनी कथनी और करनी में बिल्कुल अंतर नहीं रखते. ज्ञान प्राप्त करके विश्व उत्थान पर बढ़ते चले जाते हैं. गांधी जी
Please come.
तैयार दुश्मन ताक में बैठा उधर, और हम तैयार हैं सीना लिए अपना इधर। खून से खेलेंगे होली गर वतन मुश्किल में है, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है ये हथियार दुश्मन ताक में बैठा उधर, हाथ जिनमें हो जुनून कटते नहीं तलवार से, सर जो उठ जाते हैं वो झुकते नहीं ललकार से। हाथ जिनमें हो जुनून कटते नहीं तलवार से, सर जो उठ जाते हैं वो झुकते नहीं ललकार से। और भड़केगा जो शुला सा हमारे दिल में है, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है। हम तो घर से निकले ही थे बांध कर सर पे कफन, जहाँ दिली पर लिए लोग कर चले हैं ये कदम। जिंदगी तो अपनी मेहमान मौत की महफिल में है, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है। दिल में तूफानों की डोली और नसों में इनकलाब, होश दुश्मन के उड़ा देंगे हमें रोको ना। दूर रह पाए जो हमसे दम कहाँ मंजिल में है, सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है। सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है। वक्त में भी हम न खोए हौसला, दिल के साथ चलने का यूं कर ले फैसला। हम जो चुने तो मिलता जोश है, बस तेरी ही खातिर चाहिए सरफरोश है। जीत का जश्न हम मनाएंगे, आसमां तिरंगा सजाना है, शान से सभी को बताएंगे, जीत लेंगे ये सारा जहां।
वाह, होनहार बच्चों का शानदार प्रदर्शन। इनके नन्हे नन्हे कदमों ने देश प्रेम की भावना को कितने खूबसूरती से व्यक्त कर दिया। हम तहे दिल से इनके कायल हो गए।
Yes, the children have a strong sense of duty, faithfulness and loyalty towards their motherland. This was evident through the emotions they have spread with their dance movements.
My children, we must thank you. Thank you for being so caring towards the motherland, which meant more than their lives for many. On this day, we should remember all those who laid down their lives so that India could live, so her children may prosper.
आप सबसे मिलकर हम धन्य हुए बापूजी। आइए अब विद्यालय की पीई विभाग की ऊर्जावान प्रस्तुति का आनंद उठाइए। इस शुभ अवसर को यादगार बनाते हुए अपने कार्यक्रम को अंतिम रूप दें।
महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा. पंचाली रांगडा सह्याद्री घाटडा शिवबाची कीर्ती सांगतो. आषाढी कार्तिकात विसरवणी जात पात विठ्ठल नामात डुंबतो. पंचाली रांगडा सह्याद्री घाटडा शिवबाची कीर्ती सांगतो. आषाढी कार्तिकात विसरवणी जात पात विठ्ठल नामात डुंबतो.
स्वाभिमान भोगतो मिळून
आंब्याच्या गोंधळात कडकडत्या संबळात हरिकीर्तनात रंगतो. नाथांच्या भारुडात भक्तीच्या गारुडात मिथिला भवताल रंगतो. आंब्याच्या गोंधळात कडकडत्या संबळात हरिकीर्तनात रंगतो. नाथांच्या भारुडात भक्तीच्या गारुडात मिथिला भवताल रंगतो. लावणीत खुलतो नावणीत नाना गालात झिंगतो. रंगतो मानवनात मातीच्या स्पंदनात तालात गात डोलतो.
स्वाभिमान भोगतो मिळून
महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा, महाराष्ट्र माझा.
सारा जहां देख लिया, कहीं भी तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं है. अस्सी नहीं 100 दिन दुनिया घुमा है, नहीं कहीं तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं. मैं गाया जहां भी बस तेरी याद थी.
This thrilling performance made me relive the days of past. I'm impressed to no end.
सबकी रोमांचक प्रस्तुति ने मेरी पुरानी यादों को ताज़ा कर दिया. मेरी खुशी की आज कोई सीमा नहीं है.
Yes, definitely. It was a stimulating performance, and I'm sure you also found it inspiring. Dear leaders, today we want to take this opportunity to thank you for your every sacrifices and dedication towards everything.
आज भी आप जैसे नेताओं से प्रेरित होकर सामर्थ्य से अधिक गुजरने को तैयार रहते हैं।
Be strong, children, as you have a long road ahead of you to make India the conquered. We'll conquer her conquerors. Jai Hind!
ईश्वर करे कि सूर्यदेव इतने प्रेम, हर्ष और मुक्त भाव से कहीं और विचरण न करे। वंदे मातरम।
May the spirit of truth and freedom permeate man-made boundaries and infuse international mindedness in one and all. Jai Hind!
I am sure all of you are spellbound by seeing the exuberant and enthralling performances by our kids. So may we have a huge round of applause for them?
आप सबका धन्यवाद। अब मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा हमारे प्रेरणा स्रोत, पथ प्रदर्शक और इस विद्यालय के संस्थापक डॉक्टर घोष जी को कि वे मंच पर आए और अपने विचारधारा और दूरदर्शिता से हमें कृतार्थ करें।
Good to see you all. It's a great day. And let's make every day a great day. Look at the performance of these children. I know many of your eyes were moist with tear. So was mine. I've seen them growing up from tiny baby's age. And look at the way they're shaking up. Imagine what they're going to be when they grow up like you and me. Imagine where we are today. Where have we reached? But don't forget, where did we start from? What were we like? I couldn't speak a word when I was at their age. Thank you, kids, children. Tremendous performance. Well done. And they cannot do well unless you as parents, especially mommies and the fathers who backboned. Mother gives the heart and the attitude. I can handle anything. That's mother gives. So notice, Shivaji is Shivaji because of Jija Mata. Sachin Tendulkar writes, is my mother. Amitabh Bachchan, Aishwarya Rai, Sushmita Sen, Kalpana Chawla, late. Everybody says my mother. Vishwanath Anand. So my salute to the mothers. Not to forget the fathers, they're the backbone. Fathers say, Fika na kar, main hu na. So congratulations, dear parents. It is you who created these kids. And congratulations to the teachers who have not been teaching, who have been facilitating learning. It's different. You and I were taught. So what did we learn? We learned in the school, reflect. How to write. All of us know how to write. You know many people around you who are the adults, who are your friends, your colleagues, and your brothers, sisters, parents included. We all learn how to write in the school. How many do you know today who loves to write? Thank you, Rudransh. Very nice. But how many do you know? We all learned how to read in the school. And that's the kind of education which we have been through. We know how to read. How many do you know who loves to read? Can't sleep without reading? Thank you, children. I love you. And same thing goes with, we learn addition, subtraction, and division with multiplication. How many do you know today who loves mathematics? Thank you. Other than pay slip, bank statement, country's budget, and maybe share market. That's all is our run for the mathematics. That's the kind of education from where we started. So where have we reached now? We are doing good because we are in a great country. And thank you, Nishit sir. That was a wonderful message you gave. That India is doing good. India is doing great. And it is going to be greater. And because of you kids, and you are starting your education at a different level, much, much higher level than you and I, our group had started from. So we started from here, we reached here. You're starting there. So where will you reach? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 31. Paramahansa Yogananda is quoting Arnold Toynbee, Houston Smith, world religion, world philosopher, and J.T. Sunderland, a great scientist. In page 246, is saying, India, the conquered, would conquer her conquerors in the 21st century. And these are the world religion authorities. So India was conquered by Alexander the Great, 326 BC. And then the Mughal dynasty, Tamerlane, Chengiz Khan, Babur, Akbar, Humayun, Aurangzeb, and Shah Jahan and Sher Khan, you remember them. They built their kingdom around here, they robbed us, and then came the Portuguese, the Persian, the Zoroastrians, and the French and the Britishers. So the education which you and I went through is called the curriculum-driven education. And Britishers, led by Lord Macaulay, sent by Queen Victoria, go around India, study and come and tell me, how can I rule this country? Lord Macaulay went around and went back 1835, 2nd of February, and gave a presentation to the British Parliament, to the Queen, and said, Your Majesty, India cannot be conquered. She said, what? Aren't you getting so much of wealth from India? He said, yes, we can rob them, but we cannot rule them. She says, how? Why? We have put it in our website. Please have a look at it. He said, we can rob them by the military power. But can you, with the military power, rule Shankaracharya, or Buddha, or Mahavir Jain, or Guru Nanak, or Swami Vivekananda? Can you? That's India. She said, then, he said, I have a strategy. If you allow me, India will be ours. She said, what? He said, break the very backbone of India by changing the education system. Change their belief that anything that is Indian is not good, but anything which is English and American is better. So they will lose their self-esteem, their pride for the country, and they'll become what we want them to be, a truly dominated nation. And that's what we grew up believing that. It is the end now. Go to Wikipedia, India's economy now. You will find beautifully written, by 2020, China is going to go past the Western economy, particularly American economy, as per the prediction. And by 2022, with the India close behind China by 2020, At 22 onwards till 2040, India is going to go past China and will be number one in the world. And these are the Indians who are going to do that. They're your kids. Congratulations. You're the one who is going to do that. See, look at it. Anyone can count how many seeds are there in an apple. You can cut it and count it. Can you count how many apples are in one seed? That one seed is the potential in the child. Immense potential of the children are getting lost every day in this huge, beautiful country filled with rich human resources because of lack of education, lack of proper training. You and I need to change that. Change it. So independence, what you're talking about, Nishitsa talked about very nicely. So did the children. Yes, you should dream big. Big is what big? What is big? Anything. Whatever you can think of, you can make it happen. Think the impossible. What people say, it's impossible. But it is possible. And we are giving this in every day in our school interaction, through their inquiry, through their facing fact. I'll give an example. On 29th of July last month, after a month and a half's waiting, our 6 children and 1 chaperone teacher were to go down to Berlin for an international get-together and perform there. 29th of July, they got a message in the evening. I think it is 29th. It was a Friday, that I remember very clearly, that their visa is not approved. Everybody's heart was broken. And they were preparing for many months, doing shopping and preparing, learning German. Next morning, a JMM coordinator, MYP, came and said, "Sir, you must speak to them because they're really feeling down." So we called them in and I said, "Listen, you hear this statement often. We do hear it often, don't we? That when the going gets tough, it's the tough people get going." I said, "Come on, your going is getting apparently tough. It is you now who get going because you are victorious kids." They were a little down. They still didn't know how to face it. So we talked to them for a while. We said, "Listen, it's very easy to give up. Remember, answer to every problem lies within the problem. It's not out there. Happiness is not out there. It's in here. You face it. Find the answer. Keep looking for it. Don't give up." Now, we couldn't do anything on Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, through JAMAM and etc., various connections, we connected through Berlin to the Foreign Office in Berlin, Mr. Adam. Mr. Adam, when he heard about this issue, he said, "Let me see what I can do." Now, he controls all the German Consul General in the world, his office, rather. So Mumbai Consulate General was also under him. Next day was Tuesday. We got a message from Frank Reeds, who is the Mumbai Consulate General. "Please ask the children to resubmit their passport." So Wednesday is the only day, because Thursday evening they were to go and Friday early morning was the flight, 6 o'clock, 6:50 in the morning. So I sent a message to the Consul General that unless you tell the VFS, they will not even receive the passport because they need minimum 15 days. So the German Consul General gave a message to the VFS. VFS told us, submitted by 1 o'clock. The Our children, along with the chaperone teacher, went down, submitted at 1 o'clock sharp. 1:31 they were out and rang us up, and everybody was happy. We have submitted. We said, don't be happy. You still got to get the visa. We rang up the various connections. Please put in the right word. Unless today it is cleared, by the end of the day, that is Wednesday, how will they go on Thursday? Wednesday at about 3:30 p.m. Dear parents, we got a message from VFS. Your children's visa is through. I called the children. I said, come here. This is what it means. What we talk about, Vedanta with IB. What is Vedanta? A very good father was asking me the other day, sir, how do you teach Vedanta? Vedanta is not religion. Vedanta is the ancient truth of India. What is it? I said, first, truth. Don't tell lies. Have faith in the truth. If you speak truth, you will be out of this oppression from which you're fighting for independence. You and me, as teachers, as parents, as adults around our children, we have to establish that within us and spread it to the children. Don't tell lies, and not by speaking, but by living it. Don't read Bible or Quran or Bhagavad Gita just like that, but become the Bible and the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita ourselves. I told them, next, have faith in God, in Allah, in Christ, whoever you believe in. It's the same water. It's the same lake. From one embankment, people come and say, Pani. Another embankment, they come and they said, water. Another, they come and call it Nira. Another call, they come and call Tanni. Whatever it is still the water. It's still the same one God. And that's international mindedness. Our children have been guided to respect everyone's feelings, everyone's practices and religion. I told them, have faith in God. How did you get this visa? Because we prayed. We prayed to God. You pray to God and you will see you'll always happen. Even the most impossible thing will happen. So dream big. Thank you, Nishit sir. That was a wonderful message. Dream big. How big? Bigger than you think you can. The biggest ever. And establish this truth in everyday's life. And the third, first, don't tell lies. Second, have faith in God, Allah, Christ. And number three, have faith in your own self. I can do anything. Look at these kids. Look at every one of the performance. So perfect, so beautiful, no? Naturally, your eyes were moist with tears. Mine was too. Most of you are biological parents. We as the school is not the biological parent, but we are the spiritual parent, intellectual parent, and the emotional parent. And I said most of you because I know some of you are biological, intellectual, spiritual, and emotional parent to your children. So thank you to each one of you for doing such a great work. I want you to understand something. What is it that you have to do? Is it a big talk, big bhashan? No. How do we do it? What is it that we have to do? Let us say, if I ask you, what are you doing right now? You say, I'm sitting and listening to you. If I ask you, who are you? Who is sitting? You say, Robin goes, We say now, that's your body. That's a name. What if I remove the name and the body? I want you to realize enormous potential of the children are getting lost because we put it a name and a body. No, they are beyond the name and the body. They're infinite potential. They are that seed of the apple with infinite potential. They can achieve anything. Let's say this beautiful sunlight. It was pouring in the morning. Nishita was telling it was drizzling. Hey, listen, we prayed. The children are going to perform. Let it be bright sunlight. After the function is over, please rain. Pune needs rain. Your prayers will work. Now, this beautiful sunlight, you are seeing it how? Because of your eyes. But is it the eye? Think. You have your eyes open, but what if you were in coma? What if you were unconscious? What if you were sleeping with your eyes open? Then could you realize the sunlight? Now, take another example. We give our contributor eyes, no? We donate eyes. So you donated your eyes. Somebody is put on your eye. When that person sees with your eye a same object, he will have different meaning than what you would have. Depends on your education, your culture, your sanskar, your past work. How you would understand. Let's say you get that eye to an Adivasi who's never seen a mobile iPhone 6. If you show him that iPhone 6, he can see it, but will he make a meaning out of it? What is it? He doesn't know. You show him a globe, would he know what is it? He wouldn't know. So what is that? Let's say you're having iPhone 5 and going to iPhone 6. You bought a new iPhone 6. So you have paid for certain apps in iPhone 5. So what do now? You transfer the apps to iPhone 6, isn't it? Hardware is different, but the applications are the same. So you and I may have different hardware, but the applications are what is called consciousness. So who is seeing this beautiful bright sunlight is our consciousness through the eye, to the brain, to the consciousness. That if you are unconscious, you can't see it. This is what is independence. Independence from ignorance. And even though India is now independent for the last 70 years, why is there corruption? Why is there beggars and thieves? Because we are still ignorant. Our children are going to make it happen. They don't tell lies. They're being guided not to ever copy from anyone. They are guided to write what they think it is true. Let it be anything. And they're guided to know, yes, I can discover it. Look at it. Where did it come from? Champion boys and girls were telling you about inquiry. Where did it come from? See, an apple fell. Everybody has seen an apple fall, millions. But only one person asked, why did it fall? And he became the world's greatest physicist, Isaac Newton. There is a great physicist, another name, Isidore Rabi, a Jewish physicist. He was asked, how did you become a Nobel Prize winning physicist? You know what he said? It is my mother. So moms, it's you. So the journalist said, how? He said, every other mothers in Brooklyn Isidore Rabi used to be living in Brooklyn. When the children will come back from school, would ask the child, what did you do in the school today? But he said, not my mother. Isidore said, my mother will say, Izzy, did you ask a good question today? He said, to please my mother, I learned to ask a good question. And that's what our children are doing. Challenging, good, interesting questions. Automatically, if you have to ask a question, if you have to teach a subject, it will automatically become very good, no? Have you noticed many of your parents were pretty weak in maths, but now that you have to teach your son mathematics, you automatically become pretty good at it because you have to. The same principle. So get them out of this ignorance. What is ignorance? Understand. Supposing I walk in over here, this is ancient Vedantic truth. How do we teach Vedanta? Through this. Telling truth, having faith in God, having faith in your own self. Aham Brahmasmi. Sat Chit Ananda. Kingdom of heaven is within you. These are all various famous spiritual texts. This is another Vedantic example. Let's say I walk in, there is very little light. Not so much of light, very little. And there is a coil of rope lying there. I see the rope and somebody next to me says, snake, snake, snake. See, for me to jump it to be a snake from a rope, I need to have little light, no? Little light. To say there is something there. If it was totally in darkness, I would not see it. Anything. So I can't make out whether it's anything there or not. Little light will tell me that there is something. And I could then jump into conclusion, could it be a snake? So what was it? Little consciousness. Consciousness cannot be kept blocked. It is like the light in a box. However much you tighten it, little light will ooze out. That's consciousness between you and me. But through yoga, chitta, duksha, vritti, nirodha, through yoga you can remove that box and have a bright sunlight. That's India. India is Bharat. Bha is Brahma Jyoti. That's consciousness. And Rata meaning those who are immersed into it. Develop this culture in you, in the children, and the school, the mommy, the daddy, and the child are the four legs of a table. This has got four legs. All the four legs are very important. The child, dad, mom, and the school. Tabletop is the child's future. Infinite is the potential. Now, somebody comes and throws a brighter light and says, it's not a snake, it's a rope. So what happened? Knowledge came in. Through what? Wisdom. Through light. That's the knowledge you and I need to break away from this oppression of ignorance. One of the worst ignorance is, I am like that. Often you will hear yourself saying, oh, my daughter is like that. No, she's not like that. She's infinite. There is so many children over here as blossomed to such heights. No? Look at today's children's performance. Right from the tiniest of the baby, from the Malcolm to the dances, to the Bollywood, to Kathakali, to the master of the ceremonies. No, Rita? It is so beautiful to see you all performing. It's truly enlightening. So you and I have the potential, a 14-carat item, 14-carat gold. To make it 24-carat, you have to put it in the fire. You have to beat it. It doesn't mean beat it with a stick, okay? Beat it with the right practices, right attitude. And then you have to put it in the aqua regia, acid. Then you take it out, put it in the fire again. Those are called sadhana, practices. Relentlessly. You and I, as the parent and the teacher, we have to be perfect. To lead by example. How can it be our kids want? I'm so delighted to hear that our Berlin team has done brilliantly well and they're already on their way to India right now. At 4:55, they landed in Mumbai. They're back after 11 days stay. And they did brilliantly well. Do you know what? German newspaper published about them. I got the article in German language. I'm trying to get it translated and put it into our website. Some of you know, most of these kids, every one of them are doing so well. I'll give you, comes to immediately, the UGC, you've heard the name, they went ahead and chose approximately 150 school, colleges, universities, and chose 5 kids from whole of India to represent the Students' Forum to talk about what do the students need and their future plans and have a debate in that big commission led by the top-notchers of the country's educators, politicians, rule makers, decision makers. Only 5 kids from whole of India was chosen. Our school was chosen to send 2 names. We had sent 2 names. And you know what? Out of the 5 kids, Maria Rahman has been selected as one. She's representing now out of the 5 kids. That's your kids are like. Who are they? They're yours and my kid. They were otherwise very simple. And like you and me, we could have grown up and become middle class, but not your kids. They're not middle class. Give them that vision. So what is the difference between the rope and the snake? The snake is what we think who we are. We think. Wrong. Imagine if the snake thought, I am a rope. Vedantic example. And what if the rope thought, I am snake? Then to take it away from them is very difficult, no? So what you think is what you grow up to. There's a beautiful Western statement. If you want to know where will you be 6 years from today, just watch your thought. Watch your thought, that's what you will become. You know, in 1951, most of you were not born. A class teacher came down and asked boys and girls, tell me what you're going to become when you grow up. I was one of them. I said, I'm going to be a forest officer. Said, why? I loved hunting. My father was very fond of hunting. I used to go with him for hunting. I said, so that I can hunt lots of animals. I didn't know that forest officers are supposed to protect them. I was that ignorant. So everybody laughed. And it went around and came back. The guy, it just so happened that time I stood first. Whoever stands first gets the first choice. And whoever is second gets the last choice. So it came down to next to me. His name was Rishi Chandra. I still remember. Rishi Chandra, when his term came, he got up and he said, sir, I'm going to become a fighter pilot. I didn't know what's a fighter pilot. I never even heard the name. So I asked him, he was standing, I said, what's a fighter pilot? He said, you don't know? And he started telling. It sounded very thrilling. And they go to the enemy territory, fight with the headpart, and do like this, and deep penetration strike. And when he sat down, I was thinking very seriously. I got up, I raised my hand. Anil sir was my teacher. He said, yes, Robin. I said, sir, I'm changing mine. I want to become a fighter pilot. And you know what? Rishi didn't. I became a fighter pilot. It was impossible. Nobody in my family or anywhere would become a fighter pilot. How did I become? I believe I dreamt something impossible at that time. Out of whole of India, 400 children were selected out of 6 different selections. Out of 400 children, only 11 were selected. 2 were suspended because of medical ground. 9 of us went through the training. And we became, so children, parent, dream that impossible. Thank you, Nishit sir. That was very nice. And there is no limit. Vedantic first law. Everything is possible. Whatever you think, it is possible. And notice Dada Vaswani says what? I am possible. He is spelling impossible as I am possible. And the third Vedantic law, it says, when you make a choice, you change the future. Change the future now. I wish you good luck. Happy Independence Day. And may your life be blessed with peace, happiness, and abundance. No shortage of material, intellectual, spiritual, or physical wealth. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Hello. Thank you, sir, to inspire everyone with your thought-provoking words.
माननीय डॉक्टर घोष और शारदा मैम, आदरणीय गुरुजी, मुख्य अतिथि, यहाँ उपस्थित सारे गणमान्य हस्तियाँ, अभिभावक, अध्यापक, छात्र वर्ग के साथ साथ मैं उन सहयोगी समस्त कार्यकर्ताओं का तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ जिनके वजह से हम आज शुभ दिन सफलतापूर्वक मना पाए। वंदे मातरम।
Special thanks to the dance, art and music teachers, the PE team, Pomand Bhaiya, ICT group members for the support and guidance. I am sure without each one of your help, this wouldn't have been possible. Our sincere thanks to all.
Good morning, everyone. May I request all of you to welcome our chief guest for the special occasion, Mr. Nishit Singh, Managing Director of Shankar International, a company specializing in renewable energy projects with focus of solar energy systems. Independence Day signifies freedom. It is a feeling of being one with our motherland. The showers of rain falling on the ground, the green pastures, the holy rivers, the rocky mountains, the presence of divinity in every spirit with the confluence of modern values and technology. That's what is my India, my Bharat, my Hindustan, free India. I would be welcoming all of you in behalf of VKE. Please put your hands together for the extremely talented PYP 5 students who are performing a special show in honor